I'm gonna say something crucially important to your success as a human being. If you want to get to the level that you've always envisioned for yourself, your dream, you have to listen up and listen up closely. So recently, I've been reading this book by Tony Robbins, Money Master the Game, and one of the biggest points that Tony constantly reiterates to his audience is the idea of saving and how a lot of people do not know how to save properly. Fundamentally, this is a problem that every single person has. Not the saving issue, but the idea of sacrifice. Sacrifice is crucially important to your dream, to your vision. Everybody knows where they want to go. They want to be that billionaire, that millionaire. They want to be that socially open person. They want to be that happy person that just spreads love, but they don't understand that you have to sacrifice a certain amount of things in order to reach that level. So if you are as excited as I am, I have a very special word for you today. Make sure that you get it. Make sure it comes inside of you. It becomes part of your life. And let's crack into this. Listen very carefully. This statement changed my life from every single aspect. If you log out of this video with just this, I promise you, you will change your life, the way you attack obstacles that come at you, and the way you live in general. If you do not sacrifice now, you will be sacrificing your dream. A lot of us want to be successful, but we don't understand the amount of sacrifice, the amount of heartbreaking giving, overtaking that it takes in order to become as successful as you've always or as we've always envisioned. You have to realize that success itself is an illusion. Behind success is sacrifice, hard work, determination. And I'm gonna tell you, or at least I'm gonna speak about the first part, that is sacrifice. Something we fail to understand about success itself is that success is highly driven by sacrifice. If you are able to sacrifice, especially things that are important to you, then you will be successful. You will reach that level you've always wanted to. I don't know about you, but I am super excited to become successful because I understand that sacrifice is the key I need to unlock that door. If you understand that with me, then you'll be able to go out, change lives tomorrow, the next day, the day after that, continuously until you reach the level you want to and until you change the lives of all the people around you. The meaning of sacrifice and the meaning I'm giving you today is to forego or to let go or to give up something that is valuable to you, something that is extremely valuable to you in order to gain something more important or of more importance. And hey, just so you believe me, I'm putting the Cambridge Dictionary definition right on the screen right now. There are three main things that I've seen all successful people give or sacrifice in order to become successful. The first two are things that everybody has, things that you can apply right now. And the third one is something that becomes or that is an outcome of the first two. So if you didn't get lost by that, I'll crack into it. Number one, time. We have a limited amount of time on this planet. Time should be your most valuable asset. You cannot have time to be on Netflix, to be on things that do not develop you, things that do not push you towards your goal, your dream. So for example, you want to make 100,000 as a caterer. You become a caterer and you want to make $100,000 or rands, wherever you are. You want to make 100,000 of your currency. What you have to do is you have to break down your time into what is crucial, what will help you get to that $100,000 mark, or what will not help you get there. Obviously, there are things we have to consider, such as things like family, things as social life, things as relaxing our mind. But fundamentally, time is one of our most important assets. Something that's very interesting, something that's been bugging me is when I go to the billionaire list, Forbes new billionaire list. Obviously, there are more and more young billionaires, but as I look at it, it's just been old people. And I don't have a problem with that because they work their whole lives for it. But one of the biggest things that I've seen, or at least one of the biggest things that I've researched personally about success or about what they tell people that are looking to become like them to do is they tell you to use your time efficiently. When I enter the studio, I switch on the lights, I switch on the camera, I start speaking because I understand that my time is worth more value than on Netflix, than doing things that do not push push me towards the goal of helping somebody out there. I know it seems like I'm speaking really fast and I'm coming with too much energy, but at the end of the day, this is what makes you successful. Utilizing your time towards your success rather than backwards. The second thing you need to understand is energy. Your energy has to be placed in the right or in the most efficient avenue. What do I mean? We've all heard the phrase, work smarter, not harder. But fundamentally, the idea behind that phrase or that saying and the reason why it's made so many people more successful in life is because it tells you to use your energy efficiently. You can decide, hey, look, from a business aspect, if I want to create videos, create content, engage and build an audience, the more content I put out, the more videos I put out, the better it is for my channel's growth, all right? Obviously, the more content you put out, the faster it'll be for you to grow. So I would have to look to conserve my energy in the best possible way. So what I could do is I could get an editor. So instead of spending hours and hours on the computer editing every single video to the best of my ability, which you can do, I don't go against hard work. Rather, if you have an editor, you can stand in front of the camera, film 100 videos in the day if you want to, and send it to that guy and let it be his problem until, he brings it back to you and you can build your content. That is what I mean. Find creative ways, all right? Creative ways in order to overcome the barrier of using too much energy. Because if you end up using too much energy, you'll be tired, you'll be burnt out. Something else I need you to understand is you need to conserve your energy. I remember when I was playing soccer with my brothers, my brother Prince and his friends, and I was a really good soccer player actually, I was probably the best. But he always used to say the aim is not to sweat, all right? When he'd enter the pitch and it was like just before a game, he would just be like, yo, look, the aim is not to sweat. We practice, we just warming up, but we're not gonna sweat. We're not gonna break a sweat until we start playing. When we start playing, that's when we push ourselves. So what I need you to understand is when you conserve energy, that's when you can really be the most effective person. The third type of sacrifice you need to make in order to become the person you've always wanted to become, the best version of yourself. This is a very controversial one, so I need you to listen up, is money. Whoever came up with the idea or the phrase, it takes money to make money, or you need money in order to make money, was a genius. And this is not only for money. This isn't only for business or finance, but this is also for social life, all right? This is also for self-improvement. Sometimes, not all the time, because we have this big World Wide Web, the internet, where we can really just research about anything and get the answer to it immediately. But sometimes what you're looking for is within a book. Sometimes what you're looking for is within a course. Sometimes what you're looking for is something you need to go a bit deeper to find. In terms of social development, sometimes what you've been looking for is within Be Cool or within any of these books behind me. Really, it is. And this is a fundamental secret. This is not something that a lot of people just realize that they can get anything free. They just detest any form of payment. Remember, at the end of the day, cheap is expensive. I can give you multiple examples. A friend of mine, he wanted to publish his own book because I'm around a lot of people that really like publishing books, I guess. But he wanted to publish his own book, not a lot of copies, just something that he can have, something that he gives to his friends and families. But as soon as he met his publisher, he tried to lowball her. He wanted to be cheap. He didn't want to pay the price in order to get the best quality. You see, when you're writing a book or when you finish writing a book and you want to publish it, the best quality really is hard copy. So he wanted a hard copy book, but he couldn't necessarily afford it, okay? And now this isn't a big problem in and of itself. Not being able to afford things is not a problem. There are always creative ways you can come up with the money, or you can look for alternatives. So what he did is he went to his supplier, his publisher, and he completely broke down their relationship because he kept on trying to go lower and lower and lower. And he ended up not getting his book published, at least as far as I know, because we stopped speaking quite some time ago. The main aspect of this story is the fact that sometimes you have to sacrifice money, which for many of us is the most important thing in our lives. Sometimes we have to sacrifice parts with the money we keep, and I know for some of you just hold on to that money like it's the only thing you have, but I need you to realize that you die, or you will die, right? And you can't take the money, your material things with you. But when you die, you can have your mind, you can have the knowledge you've gained through everything you've done, everything you've invested in. There was a very recent study that took two groups of people with one video. One video, you know, the average self-help financial freedom video, about 1 hour duration. A very short video in my eyes, but they made one group, or the research center made one group pay a very large amount for that video in order to watch that video, and another group got it completely for free. And when they compared how much each group took notes, or how they were attentive, or how much they've really grown after watching that same video, they found that the people that paid for it, the people that put money down, the people that sacrificed for it, found the video way more important. They actually were sitting there taking notes because they've invested in themselves and it's something serious to them. The people that were watching it for free, completely free, yes, some of them took notes, yes, some of them tried to internalize it, but a lot of them stayed in the same place. When you accept the idea that in order to become the best version of me, I have to sacrifice my time, my energy, my money, sometimes you will end up being or entering a level that you've never entered in your life. I promise you, my friend, your success is at hand. Your success is coming, and I'm excited for it. Please make sure to go down. If you found any value in this, just hit the like button because it really helps my channel. And I really hope a lot of millionaires and billionaires come out from just hearing what I was saying just now. Thank you for watching. This was AJ Lukau.